My 4 tips on moving towards becoming an eco-traveling junkie. As a kid, I was obsessed with movement, motion. I enjoyed family holidays. I even enjoyed family holidays with my friends' families. In college, I did a lot of road trips. I moved country 3 times. And when I got to the US, the travel bug really hit me. I became very intrigued with long-term backpacking and even full-time traveling. So I packed up my apartment, and my boyfriend and I at the time took all our stuff. We did a road trip across the US, we traveled Central America. I came back and just continued traveling. So some of you may know I am, or I consider myself to be somewhat nomadic. I am never in one place for too long, and I just really enjoy the idea of moving around and seeing different things. I wouldn't normally have thought about my impacts other than food as being a vegan, but it kind of shifted a lot more for me last year when I opened my mind up to other areas of my daily habits that have impacts on the community that I'm around, the people, the animals, obviously the environment, and my health. So I knew that if I were to be traveling to different places, I would want to be taking parts in different activities, eating all the vegan things, and I knew there would be some negative impact that came with that, and decided to dive deep into research before traveling again. So my top tip is take public transport like buses and trains over flying. Not only is this better for the environment, this is a much cooler, more authentic experience for you. You have nicer views, better stories to tell, and it's a more eco-friendly way of traveling. So if you're going to Southeast Asia and you're wanting to travel to countries in that area, consider taking trains over flying. Taking the train will substantially reduce your carbon footprint by a factor of 5 to 10 on a domestic trip. So again, if you're in Europe, if you're in a country in Europe and you're wanting to travel around Europe, think about taking the ground transportation instead of flying. Flying is a lot more convenient, but it has such a bigger negative effect on global warming. My second tip is take produce bags, Tupperwares, cutlery, a reusable bottle, and a straw with you on your travels. This may sound like a lot. It's not a lot of things. It doesn't take out a lot of space, but it does have a very powerful impact on your daily habits. And implement this in your daily habits, not only in your travels. So my first mention was produce bags. They're this little bags. They're made out of polyester. They're eco-friendly, reusable, washable, and safe. When you're using plastic, the chemicals from the plastic are leaching into your food, which you then ingest. So these are a lot safer, and you're saving on a lot of plastic. When you travel, you are bound to purchase your groceries a lot more often. You're bound to eat out a lot more often and buy bottled water. So you're doing things that are kind of out of your habitual state of being at home, and so you're using up a lot more resources than you normally would. Tupperwares I take with me. You could take any size that you'd like, and I use these for takeouts or leftovers. Instead of having the polystyrene boxes that you get from restaurants, or any boxes in fact, at least you're not adding to landfill waste, and you get to have these and take them everywhere with you. I actually use them when I'm driving cross country, when I'm flying. I already put food in it, and then I have a Tupperware available. This is my reusable bottle. Love the sticker. And this saves a lot of plastic from entering the landfills and our oceans. So it turns out that 2.5 million water bottles are trashed every hour in the United States alone. don't be the person that adds to that. Get a reusable bottle. If it's not one like this, then get a stainless steel reusable bottle. But it is much safer for the environment to drink out of one of those. And I know a lot of you are going to be saying, but Sherry, what about recycling? And sure, some of us do recycle, but it seems that many of us don't. When they land up in landfills, a lot of them seep into the ocean, and 40% of the ocean is covered in pollution. 90% of that is plastic. So guys, to make the biggest difference, please, please, please consider a reusable water bottle and stop buying plastic bottles. The slogan is reduce, reuse, and then recycle. And a lot of us are forgetting the first two very important parts of that. Moving on to the next thing, and the next thing is cutlery. So I bought bamboo cutlery. There you have it. It's beautiful. And I take this with me everywhere. I use this when I'm traveling and when I'm not traveling, if I'm getting takeouts, if I have leftovers, if I'm going to Whole Foods for a salad, if I'm ordering an acai bowl somewhere, I have my own cutlery and don't have to use and discard single-use plastic spoons that they will most likely give me. One of the coolest things I own is this reusable straw. It's from Simply Straws. I have posted the link below. This is its cleaner, this is the actual straw. And it's made from durable glass, so it is very sturdy. I have dropped it a few times, and it hasn't even cracked. Third step to being an eco-traveling junkie is take part in activities that don't exploit animals, that don't exploit people or the environment. Zoos, aquariums, circuses with animals, taking photographs with tigers, riding elephants. These are all activities that exploit and harm animals. If you are unsure of the harm I speak of, I will post links below so you can see the research. If you love animals, consider activities like volunteering your time at a rescue, go to a sanctuary, check out a safari, things that don't hurt or harm the environment or animals. There's a quote I once saw that is really fitting here. Don't be captivated by captivity. There is no beauty in stolen freedom. Do some research on the activities that you're interested in and see what information you can find before signing up. Some places may advertise themselves as eco-friendly, kind to animals, but their actions do not quite coincide with that, so just make sure that these are legitimate places. There are other activities that you might think don't have a negative effect. I was interested in scuba diving off a very popular island in Thailand, and you wouldn't think that that was a bad idea, but when I did some research, it turned out that there were just too many tourists coming to this area, and it was having a negative effect on the marine life, on the coral, and even the communities there. There was a lot of litter collecting on the sides of the beaches, a lot of, plastic pollution. So it was having a very negative impact, and I decided to not go through with doing that activity. So even activities that you think might not be harmful may have a negative impact, so just do the research. My last tip today is downloading the app called Happy Cow. It looks something like that. And besides having the cutest name, it is an international app that you can use anywhere in the world that will help you find vegan, vegetarian, or veg-friendly food options. This will ensure that you're supporting companies that care about animals and the planet. Also, by eating vegan, you're taking care of yourself and providing your body with the best nutrients and vitamins possible so you can have all the energy you need on your travels. There will also be less chance of you getting food sickness overseas as well. By choosing vegan options, there is also a big chance that you can save money on food. A lot of plant-based options are cheaper than, purchasing meat and seafood and chicken, instead having rice, beans, and the local vegetables. So these are my tips for you. These are small but really impactful changes that you can implement in your next travel adventure or in your daily life. Till next time,